Good morning. I'm Stephanie Klitsch, lay service leader, and my pronouns are she, her. Challenged by our liberating faith, we discover deeper spiritual meaning, nurture loving community, cultivate courageous connection, and partner in the work of justice. This is our August Community Sunday, in which we have 3 engaging activities you're invited to participate in following our brief service. We'll describe these activities in a few moments. Welcome to all of you on the live stream and in person. We're pleased to have guests with us in this room and participating virtually. Following the service and activities, you are invited to join us in Freeman Hall, across from the sanctuary, for coffee and conversation. If you are new and want to learn more about this congregation, I encourage you to reach out to our Director of Member Relations, Kelly Green. Her email is on the screen. We have large print orders of service, personal hearing assistance devices, and an elevator available. There's also a hearing loop in our alternate worship space, the Bernstein Room. If you or your family feel a need to move or be more active, you may be more comfortable watching and listening to the service in this alternate space in Bernstein. We have coloring pages and fidgets for all ages in the vestibule, if that is useful to you or your children. Nursery care is also available for children under 6. We have a few announcements. We're looking for Sunday morning teachers to guide our children and youth beginning this September. Please see Currents for more information. We're also looking to hire a coordinator for our adult religious education program. If interested, please contact Reverend Amanda. If you're seeking chances to socialize with other members of the congregation, you're invited to an all-ages game-a-rama this coming Saturday, as well as a pop-up potluck. Please sign up in Currents. Please join us after our service next Sunday, August 23rd, for listening sessions with IAF. The IAF, Industrial Areas Foundation, is an organization that brings local communities together for change. More information about these opportunities can be found in your order of service, in our weekly e-newsletter Currents, or on our website. Again, a warm welcome to each and every one of you, whether you're here in person or joining via live stream. Whether today is your first or your 1,000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because you are with us. We are one people of many beliefs, origins, identities, and genders. We're all growing, all learning, all loved. It is good to be together.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to be together. I came across this lovely reading that I thought I would share for our opening words this morning. It is written by Hannah Roberts Villeneuve, and it's titled, "A Protest and a Party." People sometimes ask, is pride a protest or a party? And the answer is, of course, yes. And why not? Why not rejoice as we resist, dance as we demand change, celebrate as we create community that delights in all of who we are? So bring all of that with you this morning. Bring your policy demands, bring your glitter, bring your Supreme Court broken heart, bring your rainbow socks, bring the emptiness you feel for our siblings gone too soon, and bring your Gloria Estefan remix. Bring your tender hope for change. Bring your most garish eyeshadow. Bring your spirit, tattered and battered by a world that seems insistent on choosing fear and hate. As we light our chalice, let's gather up all these things and bring them here, to a place where we don't have to shoulder these burdens or celebrate these joys alone. Come, let us worship together. I invite you now to please rise in body or spirit as you are able and join in singing our opening song, which is "Hold Everybody Up."
You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. Repeat after me. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. You gotta hold everybody up. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. I think you've got it. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. Just because you look like you and I look like me doesn't mean we can't be friends. I'm not your enemy. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up. People all around the world sometimes feel so sad. But when others show they care, well, things don't seem so bad. You gotta hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody. You gotta hold everybody up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up, up, up. Hold everybody up.
We have cleared off the table, the leftovers saved, washed the dishes and put them away. I have told you a story and tucked you in tight at the end of your knockabout day. As the moon sets its sail to carry you to sleep over the midnight sea, I will sing you a song no one sang to me. May it keep you good company. You can be anybody you want to be. You can love whomever you will. You can travel any country where your heart leads, and know I will love you still. You can live by yourself. You can gather friends around. You can choose one special one. And the only measure of your words and your deeds will be the love you leave behind when you're done. Some children grow up strong and bold, while some are quiet and kind. Some race on ahead, some take it slow, some go in their own way and time. Some women love women, some men love men, some leave every label behind. You can dream all the day, never reaching the end of everything possible you'll find. Don't be rattled by names, by taunts, by games, but seek out spirits true. If you give your friends the best part of yourself, they will give the same back to you. You can be anybody you want to be. You can love whomever you will. You can travel any country where your heart leads, and know I will love you still. You can live by yourself. You can gather friends around. You can choose one special one. And the only measure of your words and your deeds will be the love you leave behind when you're done.
As you may have figured out by now, this reading this morning is both a song and a story, and it was created by UU colleague, the Reverend Fred Small, who actually visited here a few years ago to share this story with us. The story offers the hope that we want to instill in our children, that they can do anything, become anyone, and yes, love anyone they want. Everything possible. But is everything possible? Is it not also true that sometimes circumstances shape our destinies in ways we can't control, making some dreams seem impossible? This is a tension we live with as we look out across a landscape littered with too many harms, and a tension felt by our LGBTQ+ communities and families every day. In the face of all that is happening in our world and our country, how do we honestly hold on to the idea of everything possible and pass it on to the next generation? I think there's a clue in the reading at the very end of the refrain, which says, "And the only measure of your words and your deeds will be the love that you leave behind when you're done." The love you leave behind when you're done. Love is a powerful force, and when it is harnessed for purpose, so much becomes possible. Can you think of a time when love was a force in your own life? Perhaps we think of an ancestor whose love touched us, or a mentor or teacher who made a difference. I think of author Brian Stevenson's story in A Just Mercy about his grandmother whose love and her example ignited his life's work to defend the wrongfully convicted on death row. Now that's a legacy. We may look to history and find examples of people whose love has endured for centuries or even changed history. I think of Shah Jahan, whose love for his wife inspired one of the most amazing works of architecture, the Taj Mahal. Or the work of Unitarians Martha and Waitzel Sharp, whose commitment compelled them to help many people escape persecution during the Second World War. And of course, we all think of the civil rights movement. Martin Luther King, in his book, Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community, wrote that love without power is anemic, and power without love is reckless. Love without power is what King was talking about when he wrote to the white ministers from the Birmingham jail who said they really cared about civil rights, but were pleading with King to wait. And we can see all around us today, as no doubt so many reformers from days past see the impact of power without the leavening of love. At the heart of Pride is the understanding that we must activate the power of our love in order to create justice. Everything is possible in a just world. We can imagine it, even if it is not yet a reality. And it is the hope we long to hand on to others. But by just, I don't mean everyone gets the same things or is treated in the same way. In a just world, we see the needs and we meet them accordingly. I mean, I would like to think that no one sees a bleeding person and says, oh, here, have a pretty flower. Even that if the bleeding person has the ability to appreciate the flower, what they need is proper medical attention. So for goodness sake, let's get them to a doctor. That is one form of love wedded to power. I care enough about this person to use my resources, whether it's time or money or a trip in my car, to get them what they need. But then what happens when you get to the doctor's office and your bleeding friend is denied care because they don't have insurance? That is an example of power uncoupled from love. It is, as King writes, cruel, reckless, and yes, unjust. In that case, we have a different situation on our hands because it is not just about my love and my actions, but it is about the love and actions of a whole society. The story, Everything Possible, gets us started on this journey. We must tell our children that we love them in all of their particularity. The strong and the bold ones, the quiet and the kind ones, the ones who race ahead or lag behind, and the ones who carve out a new path, and offer them hope that everything is possible regardless of difference, or maybe even because of it. And then when the world showers taunts or plays games and shows itself to be cruel or greedy or merely indifferent, our love must be backed up by the power of the community. Or as the stories go, if you give your friends the best part of yourself, they will give the same back to you. The gift of Pride, like so many iterations, and the civil rights movement, is that people were all in. They gave the best part of themselves. They gave their queerness and their blackness, and they invoked the power of their love of themselves and each other, to challenge an unjust system and those who benefited from it, to say another, better world is possible. We see it, we feel it, we are on our way. This is the message of Pride which still needs to be heard. Pride is not just love for who we are as individuals and all of our beautiful, quirky, weird differences and diversities, although it must certainly include that. Pride invites us to grow beyond our individual or personal concerns, and as we grow in experience, in understanding, in years, we realize that this is not only about me or you, but whether we rise together, giving the best of ourselves and the love we leave behind when we are done. Pride is yet another lesson about what is possible when we move from the individual to the collective, because the collective is where our greatest power resides. It is what makes social change possible. In my own work for environmental justice, we always applaud and celebrate individuals making change, like recycling or going plastic-free or becoming vegetarian or buying a new electric vehicle. These individual choices matter very much. But what will make the difference and actually create environmental justice, where everyone has clean air and water and food, is when we bring with us our friends our families, our faith communities, our local leaders, our elected officials. Because then our love is wedded to power. The power to make the changes needed to create a just world and the beloved community we see in our hearts and believe is possible. That world that we leave behind for future generations. So today, as we move into our Community Sunday, let's take another step here together to create a world where our LGBTQIA+ siblings and families are affirmed, protected, and celebrated. And let us not stop there, because we come in all colors, abilities, races, classes, cultures, sizes, beliefs, each at a different place on this journey. Let us invoke the power of our collective love to imagine and pass on a world that we can be proud of, where indeed everything is possible. Amen, Ashe, blessed be.
Please join me in a time of contemplation. I invite you to breathe deeply. Be present to the spirit of life which is in us and through us and around us, to those human connections that give us strength when we struggle and celebrate when we are joyful. The gathered community hears and holds both difficulty and ease as we honor the experiences that make each of us who we are. We send our love to Tom Cole and his family as Tom recovers from a small stroke. We send our care to Larry Oliver and Barbara Calloway as Larry recovers from cardiac ablation surgery. Our hearts are with all those affected by the recent earthquakes in Indonesia and Colombia. If you are in need of pastoral care, you can reach out to our congregational care team or Kelly Green. The information is on the UUCC website. And now please join me in a moment of silence as we honor all the concerns shared today and those that remain in our hearts.
I invite you into a time of quiet, of peaceful meditation and prayer. Get comfortable, close your eyes if you wish. Let us come together in this moment. Spirit of life and love, that spirit, that breath in which we live and move and have our being, abide with us. May we hear the cries of suffering and hurt. And may we be equipped to respond with both compassion and resources. May all the hurts, worries, and pains brought here today be eased. May our minds be opened to new knowledge, our hearts graced with understanding, and our hands and feet move to action as we practice service to one another. And may the great power of love, which flows mysteriously and generously, wash over us, lift us up, and inspire us to new possibilities of the beloved community, where we have all we need, share what we have, welcome one another with joy. And then, when we are ready, let us move into the world with purpose to share this vision of hope and possibility to all we meet. Amen.
Generosity is at the center of our mission and vision, and it is through generosity that we live our values out loud. What we give allows us to sustain the work of this congregation within and beyond these four walls. When we gather each week, let it be with this very spirit of generosity and gratitude, recognizing the blessing that it is to carry the work forward together. Our Share the Plate recipient this month is Roof Above, a nonprofit here in Charlotte serving our unhoused neighbors with a mission to unite the community to end homelessness, one life at a time. In July of this year, they sustained heavy storm damage to their main service building and had to move services to a nearby building and bring in portable toilets and shower units. Your support will go a long way in helping them respond to this difficult situation. There are many ways to give to our shared offering. You can text to give at 73256, or you can give directly online. You can also scan the QR code or give as the basket comes your way. With gratitude for all the ways that we give, for those who pledge to make this ongoing work possible, for those who give in the moments when it counts the most, and for those who give from their hearts, we build this community together. Ushers, you may come forward to receive the offering.
In a few moments, we'll conclude this portion, and you will be invited to participate in one of our Community Sunday sessions. These are listed on the screen now, and they will be listed at the end of the service. The sessions this morning are Pride Video and Discussion. Please join me in the Bernstein Room to watch a video by Reverend Amanda that explores the history of Pride, including the Stonewall Uprising. We've come so far, and we have such a long way to go. A discussion will follow. It is suitable for older children and up. Sign up for Pride. All ages are invited to join John Herrick and Freeman Hall in the making of signs to carry in the Pride Parade. Signboards and magic markers will be provided. We just need your creativity and passion. And UUCC drumline for Pride. All ages are invited to join John Burns here in the sanctuary to practice for our UUCC drumline that will march in the parade, which is today. Whether or not you can attend the actual parade, and of course we hope you will, experience the thrill of playing a rhythm instrument in a drum line. Instruments are provided. And now I invite you to rise in body or spirit to sing our closing song, Sia Hamba. It's in our blue hymnal, 1030, and of course, as always, the verses will be on the screen. Yay! Our service will now continue with our Community Sunday activities. Please close by joining me in reading the words on our screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Go in peace to your after-service activities, and maybe we'll see some of you at the parade.